Have you ever dreamt of waking up at your lake house, pouring your morning cup of coffee, walking down to your dock on the water and enjoying that cup of coffee? Today, we're gonna unpack all your different options in all the different lakes surrounding the greater Atlanta area to figure out your lakeside living situation. If you don't know me, my name is Greg Goad, Goad Home Partners at Real Broker. I am a local real estate expert in the greater Atlanta metro area and North Georgia. So if you have any buying and selling needs, I would love to be your trusted professional. First up on the list, we have Lake Allatoona, which is a man-made lake approximately 30 minutes north of Atlanta, Georgia, located in Woodstock, Cartersville, or Ackworth. And there is lake living communities. You've got resort style communities that have HOA where it's actually governed by the Civilian Corps engineers, and then you have Victoria cottages in the area of Woodstock where you can actually buy and have your own private dock down to the water. Lake Allatoona has also been in some really big films and TV shows. Some of the noteworthy ones you may know of is Ozark. The Blue Cat Lounge is actually JD's on the lake, located in Woodstock, Georgia, right at Bell's Ferry, right across the street from Little River Marina. Things to do on Lake Allatoona? Well, first that comes to my mind is fishing. As a fisherman, they have some great bass fishing, crappie, and even catfish. Then let's get into the acoustic boating world, meaning kayaking, paddleboarding, and all the different things. There are sections of the lake that are not really suitable for motorboats as there's a lot of debris and stumps in the water. On the east side of the lake, closer to Woodstock, there's actually a waterfall you can paddleboard to, hike to, and even kayak to. One thing I also love about Lake Allatoona that some of these lakes have and some of them don't have is there are a ton of parks and recreation areas, specifically state parks like Red Top Mountain State Park, located in Emerson, just south of Cartersville. Red Top Mountain State Park has little small cabins you can rent, pavilions, beaches, boat ramps, and they even have lots of different running deals and mountain biking, as there is a mountain bike trail, Iron Hill Trail, and I actually ran a half marathon back in February called the Red Top Rumble. So if you are an ultra marathon runner or a runner in general and you love to trail run, you can check that out. It is a fun race. It's a little chilly because it's in February, but it is a lot of fun. And lakeside living can look a lot of different ways on Lake Allatoona. There's even places you can buy houseboats and anything like that, or they have these fun floating, they're almost like mobile trailers, floating docks that you can live in, but there's a caveat. You must rent them, that space, from the Civil Corps of Engineers. So if you're looking for a fun novelty thing to do on Lake Allatoona and you've got maybe a pontoon boat, ski boat, or any kind of watercraft that can go at a high rate of speed, you can actually pull that boat up to JD's on the lake, which is AKA the Blue Cat Lounge from the show Ozark. And they've actually got a really good menu. JD's is actually known in the greater Woodstock, Ackworth area as he has a barbecue restaurant. So this is a barbecue restaurant with a pub lake flair. Next up, you've got Lake Lanier. This is an Atlanta city favorite as it's about 50 miles north of Atlanta, up 400 north from Johns Creek, Alpharetta, some of the bigger suburbs in the greater Atlanta area. What's surrounding the lake is Gainesville, Beaufort, and Cumming, Georgia. All these towns are cool, quaint, and if you like lakeside living, they're some of the best, coolest lake houses on Lake Lanier. What are some popular things to do on Lake Lanier? First up on the list is boating. If you are into boating, motorboats with wakeboards, skiing, anything like that, this is an enormous lake and it's deep and it's cool in temperature. So that is a great spot for boating. The fishing is pretty exquisite, if you mind asking me myself. There are a lot of fly guides that go chase after striper, which is actually striped bass, and smallmouth bass, what they call football. So if you want to catch football-sized bass, Lake Lanier is a great bet for you. And if you love luxury resort golf style amenities, Lake Lanier has Lake Lanier Islands, which has some really cool resorts and places. So if you love those bougie amenities, you most certainly have it there. So let's talk festivals. Lake Lanier actually has some really cool festivals like Magic Night of Lights and the Pirate Festival. Now let's unpack a little bit about the lakeside living at Lake Lanier. There are some really cool master communities that are surrounded on Lake Lanier, which are cool. You can get a gated community, swim and tennis, and you can have a private dock and live on the lake. It's kind of like a dream come true, but your wallet better handle it. Lake Rabun. Lake Rabun is located all the way northeast up in the Blue Ridge Mountains. This is one of our mountain lakes in Georgia. Crisp, clean, cool mountain water. So if that is your vibe and you like more of the mountain vibe, Lake Rabun may be the ticket for you. with rustic cabins and beautiful older style classic lake homes. This is one place Lanians love to visit and have secondary homes and Airbnbs. Some of the popular things to do, again, this lake is great for boating, jet skiing, and all those different motor boat activities, along with some exquisite fishing as well. So because of its elevation and its location, this lake actually has trout. There are plenty of guide services that can take you out. You can catch trout and be eating it for dinner. Lake Rabun is big about preservation, so the surrounding lake areas, even the docks at the lake, are very natural, very pristine, and surrounded by mountains. So it is a great mountain vibe, cooler temps, and it's located very close to the North Carolina border. So if you like Caches, North Carolina, Islands, this is just a short drive away. If you like family style dining and you want to get away from the lake, just a little bitty spot, there's a place called Dillard, Georgia. You got to go check out the Dillard House, family style dining, place I grew up going to as a kid. And if you like fried chicken, probably some of the best in the state. One thing specifically about some of the mountain lakes is their docks. Some of the docks can be pretty bougie, meaning that they are built out with garages and outdoor living spaces and bathrooms, so you can really experience life on the water with your family every weekend. Lake Burton, which is not too far from Lake Rabun, right outside of Clayton, Georgia. This is another mountain lake area with cool temps, cool water, surrounded by vista views, preserving Georgia's most natural mountain views. If you're into fishing, again, they've got trout in this lake, so take a guide service out and enjoy fishing with the family. Or if you need a little solo time as a dude, I know I need solo time out fishing. If you have a large family and you like to have second homes on the lake, this is a great place. I know lots of families in the greater Atlanta area that have secondary lake homes where they have family gatherings all throughout the year, including like Christmas and holiday season and all that kind of stuff. So just imagine waking up in your mountain lake home. Like I said when I opened up this film, take your coffee down to Adirondack chair on your dock with a nice cozy blanket, enjoying a nice cup of coffee. Let's talk living on the lake lifestyle. So some of the homes on Lake Burton are some of the most large, luxury, prestigious homes in the entire state of Georgia. People like Nick Saban own homes here, which is a mouth-dropping, beautiful home that you can see from the lakeside. You're not going to want to miss luxury living at its finest with some of the highest amenities known to man right on Lake Burton. Next up, last on the list, we've got Lake Oconee, which is in a different area. This is due east of Atlanta, Georgia, out I-20, about 80 miles. It takes about an hour and a half. And fun fact, it's the halfway point between Augusta and Atlanta. Augusta is the second largest city in the state of Georgia, so there is also a big draw from there. So one thing that Atlanteans love about Lake Oconee is its slower pace of life, a little bit broader, and there's places like the Ritz-Carlton at Reynolds Plantation. Let's get into it. Popular things to do on Lake Oconee is golf. There are some major championship golf courses around Lake Oconee. You're not going to miss out. Again, a slower pace of life. Talking about boating, lots of pontoon boating, skiing, and those kinds of things. It's a great fishing lake as well. The bass go off in the summer mornings and in the evenings, so you can catch topwater bass in the summer months. It's a lot of fun. Places to stay if you don't own a home, like I said earlier, the Ritz-Carlton at Reynolds Plantation is a cut above the rest. Roll out the red carpet, pull out the hors d'oeuvres, pull out your golf tee times. This place is unstoppable and has some great deals for Atlanteans throughout the year. Specials for Thanksgiving, Christmas, summer months, and spring months, and all the different things. They've got live music on their patios, big flagstone patios overlooking the lake. It is really a sight to see. Some of the lakeside communities around Lake Oconee can be super bougie, multi-million-dollar properties, all the way down to mobile homes on different part of the lake. Just depends where you are on I-20. North of I-20 is much more luxurious, and then south of I-20 it's a little bit lower. So if you think a secondary lake home is for you, whether it's for you or your family, or you're looking for an investment property like an STR, a single-time rental like Airbnb or Verbo, give me a call. Again, my name is Greg Goad with Goad Home Partners at Real Broker. Hit the link below for a 15-minute free Zoom call with me to see which lake is right for you. We don't service every single one of these lakes, but all the ones in the north and the northeast of Atlanta, Georgia, we service, and we have some amazing partners on Lake Oconee that we would love to connect you to. If this was helpful, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop us a comment below, and if we miss anything, I would love to hear that in the comments below. Enjoy the lake life. Peace.